Today we're working with doing a whole number times a fraction, and it's going to end up giving us a whole number for our answer. So the first way that we can kind of do these problems is a repeated addition, sort of like when we were first learning multiplication. So 6 times a half really means I have 6 halves, and as repeated addition it would look like 1 half plus 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 1 half. When I go to add them, I add the numerators together, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 gets me 6. Denominator doesn't change, so that's going to get me to 6 over 2. Once I get to this number right here, 6 over 2, that really means 6 divided by 2. And when I take 6 and divide it by 2, I just get 3 for an answer. Of course, you guys probably are used to pizzas. 6 halves should equal 3 whole pizzas. Let's see. So there's 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves, 5 halves, and 6 halves gives me 1, 2, 3 whole pizzas. So now we're going to continue some with fraction times a whole number to get another whole number. So I'm starting with 7 times 3 sevenths. To do this problem, the first thing I need to do is put a 1 under my 7, because 7 is really the same thing as 7 over 1. And now once I have my two fractions ready to multiply, I do top times top. So 7 times 3 equals 21, and bottom times bottom. And bottom times bottom, 1 times 7 equals 7. So basically numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, but most people can remember it easiest as top times top, bottom times bottom. I don't want to leave it at 21 sevenths because that's an improper fraction. So this really means 21 divided by 7, which equals 3. That's my final answer. If I went and multiplied it out, 3 times 7 equals 21. There's no remainder. Eventually, we're going to get to where that number's going to change to a mixed number. And then there's going to be some remainder. 10 times 2 fifths. Again, first step. Step 1. Step 1. Put the 1 under that part. Top times top. 10 times 2 equals 20. 1 times 5 equals 5. 20 divided by 5 goes 4 times. No remainder. So my answer is just 4. Give you something to try out. Stop the video when you try it. Again, here we go. Step 1. Put the 1 under there. Top times top is 18. Bottom times bottom is 3. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. Some people go, hey, you wrote it out the division problem a different way this time. Yes, I did. It's still the same kind of problem. I'm still just dividing. Stop the video. Try it. Step 1. Top times top. Bottom times bottom. 30 divided by 6 gets me just a big old 5. Try it out. Oh, easy one. Step 1. 8 times 1 equals 1. 1 equals 8. That's what I get for saying it was easy. 1 times 4 equals 4. Gets me to 8 divided by 4, which equals just 2. So if I had 8 things that I would have 1/4 of, it would equal 2. Step 1, get my 1 there. 20 times 2 equals 40. 1 times 5 equals 5. When I divide 40 divided by 5, I'm just going to get a nice 8. Step 1, get my 1 in there. 9 times 5 equals 45. 1 times 9 equals 9. When I divide 45 divided by 9, 5. How does this work for story problems? 4/5 of the 25 dogs have long tails. How many dogs have long tails? Well, 4/5 and 25 are my two numbers. This word right here, of, actually means times. So 4/5 of, which means times, 25 is going to give me my answer. I'm doing the same thing I just did previously because I got a fraction times a whole number. So step 1, get my 1 under there. 4 times 25. Think quarters. 4 quarters equals 100.
5 times 1 is 5.
Now I'm at
Now I'm
100
at
divided
100
by
divided
5.
by 5.
I'm going to go
I'm
ahead
going
and
to go
write
ahead and
that
write
out
that
because
out
that's
because
hard for
that's
me to
hard
have
for me to have
memorized.
memorized.
There are no
There are
5s
no
in 1.
5s in 1.
5s in
5s
10,
in
that would be
10, that would be
2.
2.
And some people
And
like
some
to
people
stop
like to
right here,
stop
but I
right here,
notice
but
I
I
have
notice I
2
have
numbers
2
on
numbers
top
on top
and 3
and 3
digits underneath
digits
my
underneath
box. So
my
I've still got
box.
to
So I've
bring
still
the
got to bring
0
the
down.
0 down.
How many
How
5s
many
in
5s in
0 is
0 is
0?
0?
When I
When I
subtract, there's
subtract,
nothing
there's
left.
nothing
So
left.
how many of
So
the
how many
dogs
of the
would have
dogs
long
would have
tails?
long tails?
20
20
dogs.
dogs.
The new video
The new
game
video
costs
game costs
$36. Looks like
$36.
Jimmy
Looks like
Neutron's
Jimmy
been playing it
Neutron's
too
been
long
playing it too
already.
long already.
Ian has saved
Ian has saved
5/6 of the
5/6
money
of
he
the money
needs
he
to buy
needs
it.
to
How
buy
much
it.
money
How
has he
much money has
saved?
he saved?
Again, same kind
Again,
of
same
thing.
kind of thing. I got
36. I
36.
got
I got
5/6,
5/6, and I've got
which
which
means
means
times.
times.
So
So
5/6
5/6
really
really
means
means
5
5
over
over
6.
6.
Means
Means
times.
times.
36.
36.
Step
Step
1,
1,
get
get
that
that
1 under
1
there.
under there.
5 times
5 times
36. Ooh,
36.
I
Ooh, I may have to jump down here to do that.
36 times
36
5.
times
5 times
5.
6
5
is
times 6
30.
is
Carry my
30. Carry
3.
my
5 times
3.
3,
5 times 3,
15 plus 3
15
is
plus 3 is
18.
18.
180 on
180
top.
on top.
1 times
1
6 on the
times 6
bottom
on the
is
bottom is
6.
6.
And I want to have
And
a
I want
long
to have a
division
long
problem here
division
to work
problem here to
out. How
work
many
out.
6s
How
in
many
1?
6s in 1?
None.
None.
6s in
6 is in
18.
18.
6,
6,
12,
12,
18.
18. That would be 3.
Nothing left
Nothing
over.
left
But I
over.
got to
But
bring
I got
that
to bring
0
that
down.
0
There are
down. There are
no
no
6s in
6s
0.
in 0.
So
So
I have
I have
30.
30. The question asked me how much has he saved? Oh yeah, we were talking about money.
So he's
So he's
saved
saved
$30
$30 so far.
The kittens
The
drank
kittens
3
drank
eighths
3/8
of
of
a
a
gallon
gallon
of
of
milk.
milk.
A
A
gallon
gallon
is
is
128
128
ounces.
ounces. How many ounces did they drink?
Okay.
Okay,
Some
some people get kind of tricked on this problem because they're worried about up here a gallon.
I really
I
don't
really
care that
don't
it's a
care that
gallon
it's a gallon because the question asked me to say how many ounces did they drink.
So
So I'm more worried that the gallon is 128 ounces. And they drank 3/8 of it, so I'm going to take 3/8 times 128. Again, it's probably a numbers that you're not going to be able to do in your head.
I don't know
I don't know the 3 song all the way up to 128 of them. So 3 times 8 is 24. Carry my 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. So I got 384 on top. Oh, look at that. I didn't put my 1 in there that I need to have. Otherwise, I can't do bottom times bottom, which is 8.
So now
I end up with 384 divided by 4. There are no 4s in 3.
In
In
38,
38,
I have
I have
4, 8, 12,
16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 9 of them. 9 fours is 36. I subtract, there's a 2. Bring down my 4. How many 4s in 24? 6. Nothing left. 96. And right here after the words how many, it always points to what I want my answer to be. The units need to be in ounces. So they've drank 96 ounces so far. Stop the video when you try it out.
Here we go.
She spent 3/4 of the 60 tokens. So 3/4 of 60. Step 1, get my 1 under there. 3 times 60. I can handle that one because I'm putting the 0 down. And I got 6 times 3 is 18. 4 times 1 is 4. And now I'm going to have to do some division work. 180 divided by 4. Doesn't go at the beginning at all. But 4's in 18, I get 4. Which will give me 16. I got a 2. Bring down my 0. How many 4's in 20? 5. No remainder left. So mom has used 45 of the tokens on skee ball.
There were
There were 400 ants. No.
There
There were 400 Tootsie Rolls in the bag. I would not want 400 ants in the bag. The ants carried away 3/5 of the Tootsie Rolls. How many did they carry away? Stop the video when you try it out.
Here we go.
Here we go. We got 3/5 of 400. 3/5 of 400. Step 1, get my 1 under there. 3 times 400. Well, that's 3 times 4 with 2 zeros at the end. So I got 1200. 5 times 1 equals 5. So now I'm doing 1200, or 1200 if you like to call it that way, divided by 5. No 5s in 1. How many 5s in 12? 2 of them. Would be 10. I subtract, I got a 2. Bring down 0. How many 5s in 20? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Subtract, there's nothing left, but I do have another 0 to come down. How many 5s in 0? 0. So how many Tootsie Rolls were carried away? 240 Tootsie Rolls. Sometimes I like to look at my numbers to see if they make sense. Is 3/5 is over a half? And I know half of 400 is 200. So my answer should be over 200, and it is 240. So that answer makes sense to me. Stop the video, you try it out. Here we go. Ethan's finished 3/8 of the race. Race is 16 miles long. How far has he ridden? 3/8 of 16. Step 1, get my 1 under there. 3 times 16. Let's go up here. 16 times 3. 18, carry my 1. 48 on top. From top times top. 8 times 1, bottom times bottom. I got an 8. 48 divided by 8. I know that one. It's just 6. And since we were talking about miles, my unit must be miles. Last one. We got Homer. He's eating some chocolate bunnies. He's eaten 9/10 of 180 bunnies. Seems like a lot of bunnies to be eating. 9/10 of 180. Step 1, get my 1 under there. 9 times 180. Not a number I can do in my head. So 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 8, 72. Carry my 7. 9 times 1, 9 plus 7, 16. 1,620 on top. 10 times 1 on the bottom. So now I'm at 1,620 divided by 10. I remember something with dividing. When we have inside and outside zeros, we can just mark them out. And now I'm really to 162 divided by 1, which equals 162 chocolate bunnies. If you would have went ahead and divided out 1,620 by 10, I'm sure you would have gotten the same answer.